Hi, my name is Robert Hooke. A few facts you might want to know about me is that I was born in 1635. I died in 1703. Now, my parents were John Hooke and Cicely Hooke. Did you know I was born in England? Now, in 1662, I became the curator of experiments at the Royal Society. Another thing I did is I created the law of elasticity, which is, in other words, Hooke's law. Now, you might know it as a rubber band. Now, over here, right there, I believe that just me and my many achievements made me a Renaissance man that helped devise the world and make it modern. Now, a few statements that I made right here are that Robert Hooke designed a lot of machinery. Now, I made many things. Now, another thing that I did was I had developed a knowledge of space. Now, last but not least, Robert Hooke, or me, contributed immensely to a knowledge of the micro world. Okay, so moving back to statement number 1. I created the recoil anchor. It was composed of an anchor and an escape wheel. Now, another thing that I made is the anchor escapement. This was a feedback regulator that controlled the speed of the mechanical clock. Now, this might not be a great model of this, as it is not the same clock I worked on, as it has become more modern now. But this is an example of my clock. Now, moving on to statement number 2, which was I helped develop our knowledge of space. Now, on this, I helped improve the inverse square law of gravity. Now, another thing I did for space is I proved the rotation of Jupiter on its axis and determined the rotation period of Mars. Now, none of this would have been unused or done if I hadn't made one of the first Gregorian reflecting telescopes. Now, here is me planning this telescope. Now, that is actually, I still have my feather today from this. So, moving on to my third statement, which was I contributed immensely to our knowledge of the micro world. Now, one of the things I did for this is I suggested the manufacture of artificial fibers by copying the action of silkworms. Now, another thing that I did is I studied the crystal-like structure of a snowflake and the honeycomb structure of a cork. Now, I did a few of these. Now, lastly, which is my most prized possession of doing, I discovered cells. Now, cells are the basic building blocks of living things. Now, here is one of my drawings on this. This is right here. Now, I did it a few, and I published my own book, which is right here. It is called The Micrographia. Now, that is all I have for my project, but I hope I will see you again.